Yo, what's up guys? My name is Ruben. Today we're gonna be doing a different style of video. We're gonna be doing a F80 carbon fiber roof swap on my BMW F30 340. And today we're gonna be breaking down the donor roof. So I'm just gonna be videoing and documenting what I do because I don't know, it's kind of different. Nobody really does this stuff, so yeah. So first, here's the donor roof. So it's really just cut right at the quarter panels on both sides and then the A-pillar in the front. And you can see it's the carbon fiber. Slick top roof, no sunroof. And then you also have the headliner, the airbags, everything. So first I'm gonna be stripping everything on the bottom. And then I noticed already over here on the underneath, you could see the carbon fiber weave. Looks pretty sick. So yeah, so first we're gonna take everything apart over here, get this all disassembled, and we'll move from there. All right, so first I'm gonna be taking out these grab handles. And basically there's gonna be a little indentation on the bottom over there, and you're going to be taking a small pick tool or flathead or plastic tool, and you're going to be moving these over here. And then what you're going to want to do is inside there's going to be you can barely see it, but there's going to be a metal tab on the top and the bottom there. You're going to want to just squeeze those to the middle with one tool on each side, and then you're going to be able to remove this thing. So I'm going to remove these 4 grab handles, and then we're going to get to the little middle dome light, the sun visor, and try and get this headliner off. All right, so after playing with it for like 5 minutes, I found that these tabs are a little bit difficult, but basically you just pry the middle of them apart and just use 2 flathead screwdrivers and you'll be good. So now I'm about to do all 4 and then get it broken down. All right, sick. So once you get the hang of it, you really could just kind of fly through it. Just be careful, try not to mess up the plastic on there. It's kind of easy to fuck up, but I don't care about this one because I'm using the one in my car. Now I'm about to go get a plastic trim tool. I'm gonna pop this thing off because I do want to save that one just in case. I'm gonna save these, I guess I only have one visor, and I'm gonna try and save these lights. Damn, there's some water in here. So yeah, either way, I'm gonna be recovering this headliner with suede material, and I'm gonna be taking it off and cleaning it and everything. So yeah, about to get to this right now. All right, so I was just playing with this thing for a little bit. You wanna just pry it from this side of the panel. And once you get this side up, you'll be able to slide it forward and out. And then over here on the connector, you see those 2 black squares on both sides. You'll be able to just grab it like this and pinch it, and it'll be able to come out. I just can't pinch it with one hand. I gotta do with 2 hands. And once you wiggle it free, just carefully, because all those pins, you don't want to bend nothing. Now you'll be able to tuck that away. You have your panel good. All right, so under my wet sun visor, I had another plastic thing I have to pull out over here with a flathead. And then, all right, so after you fight with it for about 5 minutes, this piece over here, it's gonna come out the same as the 4 grab handles. This over here, you're just gonna take a little flathead, you're gonna put it in on the inside, and you're gonna pop it up, and then you're gonna be revealed with the, I'm gonna say a T25 screwdriver. Yeah, so I'm about to take that off, and then the headliner should literally be good to come off right there. And we're gonna be greeted with carbon fiber and probably sound deadening that I'm gonna wanna take off. Yeah, so I was right, it's a T25. And then once you get the screw out, you're just gonna wanna wiggle this thing out. Try not to break it. Oh well, I broke mine. And then you're gonna unplug it just like that. You're just gonna wanna pull from the connector, not the wire, straight out, and it'll come out. This one I broke. Sucks, I don't really care because I have good ones in my car. And there we go. So now we're about to pull this whole thing off. I'm just gonna grab my tools and stuff and... All right, so now it's time to pop off this roof. The headliner, rather. I'll just pop the first clip. And wow, look at that. That looks pretty sick. So I'm gonna just take the headliner off. Should be another clip over here. Alright, cool. So now that I have, I think, all the clips off, I might just be caught here on some bullshit. Yep. Got to run these wires a different way in order to pull this thing out. And now the headliner is basically free. Something's still holding it. Oh, this light right here. So these two lights over here were still connected on the underside, so I just unplugged those. And looks like I still have this microphone over here, I think, plugged in. Yeah, so this one quickly I just unplugged and removed. And then let me just check the other side. I think we're loose on this. Yeah, there we go. So now I can remove the headliner. And I can give this to my boy Static Steve, and he can recover it in black suede. Yeah, so now I'm left with the underside of the F80 slick top carbon fiber roof panel. And basically there's this like sound deadening right here I want to take off, but it's gonna leave this adhesive over there, so I want to take this off carefully. And then this is like a support bar that I'm gonna have to cut out. There's like spot welds in here. I'm gonna have to transfer this over to the F30 roof because this supports the carbon fiber panel from flexing. And I'm just gonna remove the airbags, sell them, see if anybody needs airbags. Try and save as much as I can from this. I don't think anyone would need the wiring harness. These are kind of everywhere, but yeah, so I'm gonna just start taking off the sound deadening right now. Yeah, so much for being careful with removing it because it's kind of, it's kind of fucked up. So I'm just gonna take it off and we're gonna deal with it after. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Damn, this stuff looks so cool. Maybe I'll put it in no headliner for a little bit. Yeah, honestly, this kind of sucks. But I'm trying to be not aggressive. So I'm using a plastic like trim tool and basically using it like a plastic razor blade and just scraping away. And then at the end, I'm gonna go back and hit this all with a bunch of alcohol and glue on or whatever and get this super clean so the whole entire roof panel is clean. But yeah, this is not fun. It's alright though. Right now, I'll just do this, get all the sound deadening fur off, and then I'll let the actual chemical, like the alcohol and the solvents for the glue on, get all the glue off. Alright, so I got the glue gun just kind of like soaking in here now, and it's scraping off much better now. Either way, the longer this stuff sits, the better it's gonna break down the adhesive. So honestly, I'm about to take a break for a second because this little ass tiny bottle of glue gun that I have is not gonna cut it. So I'm about to go take a ride to the store and get some more glue gun and get back to this. All right, so now I'm about to go get hella glue gun. This is my Z right over here. If you guys want, I could do like full build overviews of the cars because like I haven't really done anything like that yet. But this is the 340. This is the roof we're gonna be cutting off. So yeah, the car has sapphire blue PPF on it. It looks really nice, but I think the carbon fiber roof would look a lot nicer from that intake. This car is like almost exactly where I want it to be. Red interior, F80, carbon fiber everywhere, a GTS steering wheel. Ambient lighting. I love this car. Basically, it feels like a new, look, 100,000 miles, 600 horsepower. Yeah, I love this car. It really is the best. But even though it already has suede headliner right now, thank you again, Steve. Static Stars, if you guys need anything. Best suede headliners, star headliners. But yeah, he's gonna redo this one so this way it has the slick top with no sunroof. So I'm at Walmart right now, and I just want to show you guys what I'm getting. So I grabbed some Gugon Pro Powder spray just to get the sound deadening off the underneath of the roof, the carbon fiber, and alcohol just to clean up all the residue afterwards. I got this scraper just so I don't hurt myself using a razor blade with just my hand. So guys, try to be safe, try not to cut yourself. I got a scraper to get off all of the adhesive once I get the carbon fiber off of the metal. I got a couple of these just to help me try and pry the carbon fiber off. So I'm gonna be using a hammer and those as like a chisel just to try and separate the two. And then once I separate it, I need these to squish the carbon fiber roof to the F30 roof. So once I have everything together, I just need to get the sealant itself. But first I'm gonna figure out how to separate the carbon fiber from the roof, and then we're gonna move from there. All right, so now that we're back, I'm just gonna take the Gugon spray and any adhesive I see, I'm just gonna soak it with this stuff. This stuff over here, I'm just gonna soak. And we're gonna let this stuff sit for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then we're gonna get in here and start scraping at it again with the plastic tool. And the goal here is to be just least aggressive against this carbon fiber because I want to keep it looking nice. So yeah, now I got this blue plastic tool, and here you can see where that glue was. And it's just, now that the Gugon has seeped into it, dissolved all the glue, it's not able to stick to the carbon anymore, and real easily I'm able to just scrape it off. And now we're gonna try this area. Yeah, this stuff is just gonna come right off now. And you really want to let the Gugon do the work, because in this way it's minimizing how much pressure I'm putting down. Like right now I'm just keeping my tool flat and revealing all this beautiful carbon. So here you see, once I remove all this layer, I can then spray more Gugon and do a second layer. Come back, and this way I'm not gonna scrape those areas too much. I want to minimize the scratching that I'm doing on this. So you can see it's like super easy here, and then here I need to come back again and spray some more. This stuff is nasty. I'm gonna go throw this out. And yeah, so I'm gonna continue with this. And once I get all of this to a clean layer where it's all even carbon fiber, no more sound deadening, I'm gonna then take some of this rubbing alcohol that I got. I think I got a little too much Gugon, but it's all right. I'm gonna take some of the rubbing alcohol, and I'm gonna just clean this all with alcohol. This way there's no more residue of the Gugon. This stuff is actually really annoying to get off, but slowly but surely it will come off. Just be patient and slide over some of the old Gugon so this way you don't have to keep spraying it. let that shit sit on there for a little bit longer, and then scrape another section. And eventually it's all gonna have this nice checkerboard effect. And here is what the final product looks like before I clean it off with alcohol, just so you guys can see no glue residue. Looks so sick with this carbon fiber weave. Yeah, so I'm about to clean it up, and then I'm gonna remove these roof airbags, flip this thing upside down. We're gonna remove the side trims. There's like these gloss black trims. And then after that, I'm gonna start cutting and prying and getting the carbon fiber separated. And then we gotta get that support bar off as well. All right, so right now I just have a bunch of 91% alcohol just kind of poured out all over this carbon fiber. And I'm just drying it off with paper towels, getting this thing nice and clean, dry, before I work on removing it. There was a lot of glue gone on here, so the alcohol was cleaning it pretty clean. Look how nice this looks right now. I just gotta get off. Look, there's like so much alcohol in here. Here it's almost dry. Sick. All right, so I don't know how, but somehow I just picked up this heavy ass roof and flipped it over. So I'm happy with how it looks underneath. I took the clip remover tool right there, and I was able to go around cleanly, remove all the wiring harness from the old car. The shit is cut, so I don't even need it. And I found out that the airbags are riveted into the car, so I'm not even gonna bother with doing that because I don't really care. I looked online and airbags are plentiful for this car. So now I'm gonna try and just take off some of this tape and shit, clean up how it looks on top over here, remove these trims. These trims are fairly easy. You're just going to take one of these tools. You can start like this, pop it up, and then you're able to just slowly rock it back and forth. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this project is going so far. So there's one roof trim. And now you can see all of this is just sealed on. So what I'm gonna do next is just cut a little bit of the roof, and then I'm gonna be able to pry this off. Same thing for the windshield area in the front and in the back. And then these little scratches, hopefully I'll be able to wet sand. So you're gonna start like this, pop it, and then just wiggle it like this. This is the trick I find. Alright, cool. Alright, so now I'm taking this stiff chisel and a little weighted hammer, putting it right in the middle over there. And I'm just hammering it in, and then once I get it in a little bit, I'm hammering it side to side, and it's seeming to release it good. Hang on, let me get it. Here we are, hours later. You just want to take your tool slowly but surely. You want to just get between the metal and the carbon, wake up your neighbors, and then separate the two. We're just going to go all the way around and get this thing separated. All right, so I just went around literally with these 3 tools. The pry bar from Walmart, the hammer from Walmart, and the chisel from Walmart. This is less than $20. I got the carbon fiber roof for $300, and I just went around hammering from the inside, right at the edge. You want to be super careful. For the front and the back windshields, you want to go from the outside in, super careful. Just right in between, right at the seam. You can fuck it up and go through into the carbon fiber. You don't want to do that. But now, we're basically separated the whole thing. There's in the front and in the back windshields, there's glue. And in the middle, there's glue that you want to also address. But now I'm about to take off the metal and we're going to be left with just the carbon fiber skin. So give me 1 second. All right, so now I got the two parts separated. We got the roof metal component here from the donor car, from the F30 M3. And now all I got to do is drill out a couple of these little spot welds over here, 1, 2, and I'm going to be able to take out this cross section. Same thing on that side. I got to take out this middle piece, and if I can tack weld it into the F30 340. And then here we have the roof skin. Here we have the slick top headliner. We have everything broken down. So here with this roof, what I'm going to do next is on the underside of this, I'm going to take my grinding disc on the back of my angle grinder, and I'm going to just take all of the adhesive off that they use from the factory to secure this to the factory car, so that it's a clean surface for all of my glue to hold this to the 340. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to try and do a couple more videos like this style. This way you can get a look at in depth on the process of how I build my cars, because I'm trying to do some different stuff.